Charlie Boston.
Yeah!
Fantastic morning.
Fantastic morning.
I like it this way.
How do you like it?
You know what I mean? But it's difficult to wake up, Yeah.
It's very difficult, particularly when you're waking up at 3.
Hey!
Charlie, when you want to come and sit in the morning.
Hey! You asked me that, Charlie, you guys are doing a fantastic job. I say, you see, when you wake up at 6 a.m. and you check your radio and somebody is speaking, remember that the person had to leave the house
at 4 a.m.
and do a chaotic job to bring you in there.
Exactly.
That's a lot coming up in the world of sport, but of course we have to say hello to our sponsors here.
Let's do that right now. They are MTN. Welcome to the new world. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. FBAC blows your pain away. Multi TV, just thrills, and Cowbell Gold energy for winners. MTN Momo is the easiest and fastest way to do all your financial transactions. You can use MTN Momo to send money, receive money, pay your bills, pay school fees, salaries, allowances, and also pay for your goods and services at any merchant point. Observe the 3 golden rules to keep your MTN Momo account safe and secure. Keep your MTN Momo pin safe. It's your secret. Don't give away your MTN Momo transaction details and perform all your MTN Momo transactions yourself. Keep your account safe and secure and continue to enjoy a fast and convenient MTN Momo experience. Dial *170# and just Momo it everywhere you go. Now, between now and the end of September, students of the University of Ghana and KNUST can pay their academic and facility user fees at any Standard Chartered branch across the country and win lots of goodies, including iPads, flat screen TVs, branded notepads, pens, and many more. You can also make online payments. You can also make payments at any of our collection points on UG Legon main campus, Accra City campus, and KNUST main campus when you return to school to begin your registration, or simply pay ahead before school reopens and present your slip at our campus branches to redeem your prize. Welcome back to school the Standard Chartered way. Have a semester to remember. George, I know you love to hear that.
Oh yeah.
Standard Chartered here for good.
Yeah, have a semester to remember. That's
semester
fantastic.
to remember.
Yeah,
I want to imagine,
go,
George,
go,
when you were
go.
going back to Legon,
you
were definitely having semesters to remember.
Be guy, the serious guy. Don't try me,
People who claim these
Real
things,
guy.
often when you go and look in the history,
Real guy.
It doesn't matter.
Listening to me right now, University of Ghana Sports Directorate. They know what I'm
Please
talking about.
text in the truth on 0244340437. Text in the truth.
Let's do sports now. Can we do sports right now? And you know what? Former Kumasi Asante Kotoko assistant coach Isaac Opele Boateng is suspicious of a feud between the Ayew brothers and the Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah after they were once again left out of the squad for an assignment. Andre and Jordan have been frozen out since refusing to travel with the team for the World Cup qualifier return leg against Congo in Brazzaville last year. The last time the Ayews featured for Ghana was in the corresponding fixture against Congo in Kumasi. Benedict Owusu takes us back to what happened after that game.
Okay, George, so if you remember, on 1st September 2017, which was a Friday, the Black Stars played against Congo in Kumasi, and Andre and his brother Jordan played a part in that game. Andre picked up a knock in that game, and the second leg was to be played on 5th September 2017, which was the next Tuesday away. So Andre couldn't join the team when they moved from Kumasi to Accra, and at that point people thought that our World Cup qualification was over, having drawn with Congo here in Ghana. So the second leg, which was going to be played in Congo, much prominence were not placed on that game. I think it was on Sunday that the team were supposed to have their last training session here in Accra, and then Andre Ayew, who had knocked in that game, had already told the coach that he wasn't going to be available for the next game in Brazzaville, and then he went to the training grounds to inform Kwesi Appiah about his brother's unavailability for the game because Jordan had a stomach upset, and the two players didn't join the team for that trip, which the game was played on Tuesday, only for them to be available for their respective clubs in the English Premier League the following weekend. So since then, many thought that the players were not committed to the Black Stars cause, and that's where we've gotten to where probably maybe the coach has also decided not to call them again. Benedict
Owusu. Now, Coach Opele suspects Kwesi Appiah is still hurt by the behaviour of the Ayews and wants the sons of the legend Abedi Pele to apologise to the head coach.
We all know what happened when they were going to Congo and the players decided to opt out due to sickness or for medical reasons. But then we should not play the ostrich. We should call a spade a spade. There is a problem, and every coach has a pride or ego, So it is the players that have to show, they have to compromise by showing remorse, by saying, oh, we are ready to play for Ghana, we are ready to work with the coach, we are ready to die for Ghana. for Ghanaians to say, oh, the coach should call them. If you go on social media, everybody is writing. When we needed them most, where were they? It's something that has eaten into Ghanaians, and we should not play the ostrich. Look, Jordan Ayew is far better than about 3 of the strikers that have been called up. He's 1 million times better than the strikers, But then the coach will also have to see that they are ready to play for him.
Interesting window. We keep our eyes on that. More here on the Joy Sports Centre. And Sports Minister Isaac Isiama insists government never interfered but intervened to save Ghana football following its initial decision to liquidate the Ghana Football Association. Isiama, who led the government delegation to FIFA for a crunch meeting with top FIFA officials last week, says every step government took was in the best interest of Ghana football.
Ghana is a friend of CAF. Ghana is a friend of FIFA. No ban. We have demonstrated to them that as government, we have never interfered. All that we are doing is to intervene and save the game of football. That's what that.
So government has been advised to consider the views of clubs in their bid to clean up Ghana football. In the coming days, a FIFA CAF normalization committee will be put in place to steer the affairs of Ghana football before a fresh election is held to elect FA executives. Former Hearts of Oak Board Secretary Ernest Thompson thinks government and the clubs can work together to restore normalcy in Ghana football.
I think that we should all sit down. The ministry should sit down with the clubs. Whatever government wants to be done, that is our government. It might be hearing things more than we know. They should sit down with them and tell them, look, this is where we are. This is our concerns. Our concerns are with the executive committee that you have. Our concerns are with your referees and the rest. How are you going to solve it? So that we bring our heads together and solve it and then move ahead. The class should also listen. They should sit down with the government and let's find a way out. I think we got the brains in football to solve this particular issue. Because if you're going to start again, right, I've been thinking, are we going to write the regulations again? Are we going to write the articles again?
And we have our eyes on definitely what's happening with Isaac Dogwe as he tries to defend his WBO Super Bantamweight title in Arizona on Saturday against Japanese Hidenori Otaki. So there's definitely more going to come from Nathaniel Atto in the subsequent bulletins. But you know what? Video assistant referees could be brought in for the latter stages of the season's UEFA Champions League. UEFA are working on a plan for the system to come into play from the quarterfinals of the Champions League. The BBC's David Onstin has more on the story.
Now, the Club Competitions Committee are expected, according to the Times, to recommend approval of VAR for the quarterfinals onwards at a meeting in Monaco next week, with the final decision being taken by the UEFA Executive Committee at the end of next month. We know the problem with the group stage implementation. It would require huge manpower to use VAR across 8 games on one night. Also, some grounds don't have the right facilities, especially when it's still in its testing phase for UEFA, as you say. Whereas the quarterfinals, it would be just one game at any one time. The manpower wouldn't be an issue, and it would help UEFA avoid major refereeing blunders in decisive, high-profile games in the knockout stage of the competition. As you say, all major European leagues, apart from the Premier League, using it this season. The Premier League, there are no live trials at the moment. They're aiming to bring it in from next season. 60, roughly, FA Cup games and League Cup games will be using it this season at Premier League grounds. I did get a statement from UEFA saying they're looking closely at it, but they still see several uncertainties regarding the implementation. So they're not knocking down the story, but they say it is still in its trial phase.
Liberia President George Weah is to award his former football coach Arsene Wenger his country's highest honour. Now, President Weah, the only African to have been named yet World Player of the Year, was signed by Wenger in 1988 when he coached Monaco. Now, the decision, though populist, has split some heads, according to Liberian journalist Jonathan Pilele.
Well, that's a question many people are asking here. Critics of the government are saying why, but officials of government, the information minister, the minister of youth and sport, have been defending that this honor is given not only to Liberians, but also to personalities who have contributed in certain ways to the growth of Liberia. It's been given to some personalities who are not Liberians in the past. They were at the airport last evening to receive him, and it is suspected that they will also throw the the National Football Stadium on Friday morning because Arsenal has a huge fan base here in Liberia. It is apparent that the coming of this football icon to be honored in Liberia is going to add to George Weah's popularity. But people who also look beyond football and look at Liberia generally also believe that these are part of the missteps that he's taking since taking over, mixing priority instead of getting engaged in things that will address the critical needs of the country. He's inviting his former coach to be honored.
Now, Thierry Henry is in talks with Bordeaux over the vacant coaching role. Now, Henry has been working as an assistant to Belgian boss Roberto Martinez since 2016, and French journalist Loic Tanzi says he will soon jump into club management.
It's not a done deal yet, but it's really close because today Thierry Henry he said to the owner of Bordeaux, he said that he wants to be the coach of Bordeaux, but it's not done yet because like as you said, Gustavo Poyet is still the coach legally of Bordeaux, so they have to clear everything, and once everything is clear, it's going to be clear before the end of the week. Thierry Henry can be the coach of Bordeaux. One more thing, the new owner, because there is an owner, in French owner in Bordeaux now, there's going to be a new owner in the next months, and once the new owner said yes, Thierry Henry can be the coach of Bordeaux.
Let's head on right now to our build-up to the Joy Sports Invitational on the 1st of September at the Lizzie Sports Complex. It's DSTV in the house.
It's a team of winners, so what we actually, our focus is to maintain, is not to win. I mean, you can see the guys, they're coming from all over the world, but most of them are naturalized now. We have some from Portugal, we have some from the Volta region. We've got guys all over the place, so, and it's about getting the best around the world to form the best team.
When you see people like us standing in the back, oh no, left, right, left back. Don't go there. You meet us. You will see all the skills on that day. Have you seen a defender like me before?
When we start the match, we are going for EPL strategy, attacking. Then after we've scored the goal, we move back to Italy. That's the defense. Then later on, we move to Spanish like ladder for tiki-taka. Tiki-taka, you see.
Charlie, word of the day. Tiki-taka.
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 Multi-choice, Rita.
Hey, multi-choice.
Multi-choice.
Omashe Super Sports.
And they are led by the managing director, Cecil Sunkwa Mills. Hey!
Cecil Sunkwa Mills.
Big man.
Mr. Sunkwa Mills, please, I have a message for you.
Anyway.
Winning Joy Sports Invitation is not about watching Super Sport.
What about they have La Liga, Serie A, EPL,
and then Tiki-taka,
and they want
the
to
word
do
of the
Tiki-taka
day.
for us. We are waiting for you. That's it for the Joy Sports Center. But we can't wait. We can't wait for the 1st of September.
We cannot wait.
Joy Sports
next week,
Invitation like
Saturday.
never before. Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah.
Lizzie Sports Complex is going to be amazing. It's going to be chaotic. You want to join us there, whether you're competing or not. It's time for the Groove on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by Stanbic Bank. Moving forward. Thanks, George, for being